So what is a seer? Let's talk about it. Lucy, I go by Heavenly Connections, and I do a lot of different things. So I'm sure you've heard the term seer. And as a spiritual psychic medium, I have wrestled with that for quite a while, but I research everything that I use in the public and back it up with scripture. So I've recently been really looking into the different names. I'm a light worker. I'm a psychic medium. I am on the verge of being considered. I get a lot of prophecy, prophetic dreams, visitation dreams, and many other things that not everybody can understand, though there are people that can. So what's the definition of a seer? Well, a seer is normally someone that can foresee things that aren't usually immediately seen within people, places, things, and situations, and usually sees those things before anyone else does. A seer is able, whether they mean to or not, expose the darkness because it always comes out. Even when you are seeing something in the light, if there's darkness, a seer is going to be able to expose it, whether they try to or not. A seer definitely communicates with angelic beings and the heavenly realm. Historically, seers are often consulted as advisors, especially within religions. Prophecy. Seers often are very old souls and have wisdom beyond their years. They give a lot of amazing advice, whether you take it or not, because they tend to expose darkness in many different situations. A seer is considered having a very, very heightened spiritual ability. Call it the God consciousness, if you will. And I've seen that some have asked, what's the difference between a spiritual seer or seeker? Well, a spiritual seeker is always looking for the truth, trying to figure out the truth, always just on the lookout, okay? So really, we're all seekers still. Not able, we don't know everything. A seer doesn't know everything. We're not God. So as a spiritual worker with a very heightened ability, my big awakening has brought me here. I am a seer, though it took me a while to admit or understand it. And really wishing that I wouldn't have been conditioned to think that it was judging or conditioned to think that I was cray-cray, and being able to back up everything that I've experienced. My next videos will be an example of the visions and things of heaven and the other side, along with my near-death experience story that I experienced myself, an example of what it's like to see beyond the veil, to constantly be able to think differently than the average people, how sad it is that I can bring out and just bring to light darkness within people and within the world. And as hard as it may be, it's who I am, it's what I do, and what I was called to do. So being a seer is not easy. So, are you a seer?